Come on, Jack. You can do this. Just follow the path that they set out for you for the tour, and I'm sure nothing will happen. Yeah, nothing at all. Welcome, boys, gals, non binary pals, and anomalous clowns to the SCP Foundation. First off, congratulations! You managed to catch the SCP Foundation's attention, hopefully in a good way. So now you're here, ready to work for us. For those of you who've made it here to the site today to see this absolutely mind blowing presentation, congrats on passing the precautionary and psychological exams, as well as surpassing the multiple background checks and reading the 350-page long terms and conditions licensing/job agreement. Though, if you're anything like me, you didn't actually read the full thing. My name is Dr. Bright, and I'll be your tour guide for this spectacular, fantastical, mind boggling, and absolutely supercalifragilisticexpialidocious orientation. Um, Hi? Say, where is everyone? It's just you? What happened to the group that was supposed to be coming? Hang on, that can't be right. Wait a second. Huh. Apparently, Overwatch Command has decided to rule against giving me any kind of tour/presentation to, in bold letters, a group of jury/entry level personnel. I am only allowed to do so for one junior/entry level personnel, with some restrictions, of course. Dag nabbit. And I worked so hard on that presentation, too. It took me months to put it together. Well, not actually, since it really only took me a single night from a weird dream, but still. Oh, right. Sorry. So I guess it's gonna be you, huh? Well, allow me to introduce myself again. The name's Bright. Dr. Jack Bright. That's a nice name. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, I should ask, what made you want to come work for an organization like ours? Ooh, that's interesting. Me? My parents. Well, my whole family, actually, but that's another story for another time. So, this is usually the part where I'm supposed to give you a long list of rules of what not to do during the tour/presentation, some of which still apply even after working with us for years, but since it's just you and you look like you have some common sense, I'll just give you three. Rule number one: don't touch anything unless I say it's safe to touch. Although, I think it's better if you just don't touch anything. Well, sometimes I forget that I can touch something, and the worst thing that can happen is that I'll need a new body. For you, well, not so much. Rule number two: no horseplaying or funny business. Just because I can sometimes get away with horseplaying doesn't mean you can. This is a dangerous government funded facility for research and containment for anything that is classified as not normal. It's not a playground, so don't treat it like one. And finally, rule number three: stick close to me until the end of the tour. Trust me, breaking this rule may not just result in you getting lost, but may result in you getting caught in a containment breach. Or worse, somehow step into an anomaly where you'll get lost and wander endlessly. Believe me, I was tour guide for another group of newbies a while back, and one guy somehow managed to wander into SCP 579's containment unit. They were never seen again after that. I don't even know how it happened. All I know is I got quite the scolding after that. I mean, you all are adults here, at least. Well, at least I hope you are. How's that supposed to be my fault? On the bright side, they did find this rundown, weird looking suit that wasn't there before. Anyways, just make sure to follow those rules, and I'll let you know about any other ones if they come up. And with that said, let the tour commence. Luckily for you, we recently transferred a majority of the dangerous stuff elsewhere, so you don't have to worry too much about sudden death from an edgy anime girl or a random set of eyes appearing from the glass windows. You'll be working with mainly safe and Euclid anomalies. Once you get the hang of things, you can start getting your hands on some Keters, and if you really work your way up, you might even interact with Thaumiels and Archons. I'm sure you already read about the classification system in that pamphlet we give the newcomers, but for a quick rundown, the three main ones are safe, Euclid, and Keter. It's important to note that these are not used to measure the danger of the anomaly, but the level of difficulty it is to keep them contained, with safe being the easiest and Keter being the hardest. There's also Apollyon, but we don't talk about that. Think of it as sort of like the box analogy. If you can put it in a box that'll keep it secure and not worry too much about it, it's safe. If you can put it in a box, but you have to keep an eye on it from time to time, kind of like having a pet, then we say it's Euclid. If you have to set up an entire security system to watch it and have a daily routine just to keep it secure in a box, then we classify it as Keter, so on and so forth. Well, Thaumiel is when the box can be used to contain something else in another box. Think of it like double bagging something. And Archon is when it's better to leave the box alone along with its contents. As for Apollyon, well, to put it bluntly, is when you're basically screwed. Because there is not a single box in the entire universe that can keep that thing contained. Uh, well, we save that classification for the real XKers, but enough of that. You happen to bring a copy of your personal file with you? Great. Can I see it? Thank you. Not bad. You certainly seem to know your stuff. With that said, for the time being, you will be assigned to an entry level researcher. But with time, you can work your way up the ranks. Don't feel too bad. Besides, we all are classified as researchers. Technically, after all, the Foundation is most well known for its ambition to research and understand how anomalies work. We're not like the GOC. We want to learn what's trying to kill us, not flat out kill it ourselves. Don't worry. The job might get scary at times, but we have to remember that we're helping to make the world a safer place where people can actually have the chance to live out their life and not have some random creature or object plummeted into chaos or its complete and utter destruction. And besides, you get to meet a lot of interesting people and anomalies here. So, as researchers, it's our job to learn whatever it is we can about anomalies. If any test needs to be done with it, it's important that you take it up with your site director first for approval. Then we can go from there. Oh, wait. Yeah, I just remembered. I'm the site director. Well, a transferable one, but one nonetheless. I travel from site to site to make sure they're up to code and intact. But while I'm here, feel free to ask me anything. Well, almost anything. Yep. Oh, this amulet. Well, it's pretty, ain't it? I would give it to you as a good luck charm, but there's a rule against it, so. Why? Because you would basically be another clone of me. No, I'm serious. Basically, my soul is trapped within the amulet. It kind of serves as my prison. As long as something humanoid wears this thing, I'll basically take over the body. Wow, you are smart, but yes, this thing makes me functionally immortal. And uh, have you read all those posts online talking about how immortality sucks? Yeah, there's some truth to that. Hey, it's all right. It does have its merits. Very little merits, but still merits. Yep. What's what about? Oh, you mean the raccoon? Yeah, it's an SCP. SCP-1152, in fact. What do you mean? It is a raccoon. Well, a pretty smart one, in fact. Right, let's move on. And that's it. Here will be your personal office and living quarters. Well, yeah, of course you can head back home, but most of us prefer to stay at the Foundation for multiple reasons, so we have to make accommodations for that sort of thing. With that said, it comes with all the essentials you'll need, so hopefully it should suit you just fine. Since it's your first day, as far as I'm aware, there's no need to start on anything today. All of that will come tomorrow. Just use the rest of the day to get used to your new surroundings and other stuff. I'll leave it to you then. Oh, and remember, if you need anything, feel free to let me know, all right? Great. I'll be back to check on you later. See you around. And one more thing. Don't try anything suspicious. Trust me. They'll know. All right. See you around, newbie.